Start your day just right. Welcome to Mornings Together with Rob, Mon, and Bernie.
Good morning, everybody. Hello. It is great to have you with us on this fine, crispy Thursday morning. I was about to say Tuesday, but it's definitely a Thursday today.
Definitely Thursday.
Our special guest this morning is Jamie.
Yay,
Hello.
Jamie.
Hello, Jamie. It's great to have you with us today.
It's good to be here.
Oh, good.
Aw.
Oh. Producer Logan, how are you doing this morning?
I'm doing good this
Hey,
morning.
That's
Logan.
good. There he is. Oh, I have
let's
not.
see those eyes.
Oh.
Hello.
Oh, we have to pretend to start again because I didn't actually start the recording yet.
Oh,
Oh,
Bernie.
Oh, dear.
there we
One
go.
job,
Right.
Bernie.
Literally
Okay, one more
job.
time.
All right. Good morning, everybody.
Morning.
Hey.
Wow.
It's so good to have you with us on this crispy Tuesday morning. We have
Thursday.
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 Hey, at least you did it the same.
At least I did the same. Started it wrong twice.
Oh.
Consistency. On the show today we have Jamie with us,
Hello.
who's our student pastor here at BBC, and producer Logan is with us as well.
Hey, everyone.
And hiding over in the corner, you can't see him or hear him, is Mr. Kyle Fleischman,
Yeah, Kyle.
our executive
Yeah.
pastor.
Woohoo.
Hey.
Live studio
Yeah,
audience.
yeah.
Yeah.
Lives.
Our one fan.
We might need a laughing track next week.
Next
yeah,
week.
Exactly.
I've
we
said
keep talking about
we
that.
keep talking about having the buttons.
Yeah,
Hey,
exactly.
yeah.
The different sounds.
Fancy new
Boo.
iPad Pro, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's one of those things we should give the responsibility to producer Logan to press the buttons at random times so we don't know when they're coming.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
We could have
just-
sound bites like the line that Rob shared the other week that is, what was that again? It was one of these ones that will stick around forever, but I can't remember what it was.
It was so profound.
It was so profound it's gone from my mind.
Yeah.
Someone will
We
comment.
have to have a drum roll, and the dun-dun.
And the wah, wah.
Yeah, exactly.
Georgia has hit the nail on the head this morning saying, I had one job this morning.
Oh,
One
really
job,
good.
Benny.
Hey, he's
One
got he's got a
job,
new
Bernie.
name, remember, Georgia. He's got
Yeah.
a new name.
Yeah.
That's
It's really
right.
burning.
But Georgia has been dethroned this morning by Hannah. She got in right from the
Hey,
get-go.
Hannah.
Morning, Hannah.
Down
Yeah.
in cold Wellington. as
Cold
well.
Wellington. It seems that we've got quite a good following in Wellington.
Yeah, exactly.
Some top fans live there.
I know.
Quality.
I
You
reckon.
guys should go to
Yeah.
Wellington
Yeah,
and see your fans.
we should. All
Live-
of them.
Live from Mount Bay.
Live
All
from
five.
Wellington. Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
On location.
We could count. We could literally count them on one hand.
I have thought about this. Live on locations would be pretty fun.
Yeah.
Like I know when I was away the other week doing it was pretty cool. So I guess if someone's willing to host us and invite us and pay for us to get there, we'll come. We'll be cool.
That'd be
Would be
fun.
cool.
Mornings together at your house.
Yeah.
Live
exactly.
from there. As long as you've got internet, we can do it.
Yeah.
What's Georgia else? What else did Georgia say? Much you guys had some more time to procrastinate, going to the gym.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Hannah and Georgia both agree that yes, let's do a show down in Wellington. So
Now,
Well-
Bernie, I believe people on YouTube today can
yes,
comment.
we have a brand new feature running today.
Right on.
If you are watching on YouTube, and we know there's been a few of you over the last little while doing that, if you comment on YouTube today, we can bring your comments into the live stream, I believe.
Oh, that's so great.
So it's very untested technology. So we'll have to see. But if you're watching on YouTube today,
Yeah, we want to test it out.
say hello, and we'll bring you into the stream, the comments.
Yeah, right on.
You too can now interact with us
Yeah.
in this way. It's been an update on the platform we're using, so let's see how it goes. Unfortunately, Church Online viewers, we can't do that yet. So
Yeah.
Facebook and YouTube, comment away, and we should be able to bring your comments in if you've got thoughts or feelings about things. We did this on Tuesday, but I want to hear from a long-time watcher, first-time caller. You know,
First-time caller.
yeah, it'll be great to hear from those who have been watching for a while but maybe haven't said howdy yet. But it is the Feels Thursday.
Yeah.
The Feels
Get
Thursday.
them feels.
Where we dive into talking about someone's life a bit more and their journey to faith and all that stuff. We do Flavor Rob.
Yeah. Flavor.
Come on.
He's
boy.
and I
I'm
hear he's
growing up.
feeling sweet this morning, which is nice.
Yeah.
But before you get into the regular bits, Jamie, the people want to know. So Dan is a new guy on the block around here.
It is.
He's the new youth pastor on the block. What is one thing that we don't know about Dan that you can
Wow.
share? Because for the context sake, Jamie actually lives with Dan
I do.
and Dan's family, so she knows him pretty well. So
Yeah,
what's one
I'm glad
thing?
you had the
I know-
end
I know
family
him.
bit.
Yeah.
She's like their adopted daughter.
Yes.
Yes.
So why don't you give us some insight into Dan? What's one thing we don't know but should know?
Well, rumor has it. No,
Rumor.
Dan is a really, really good cook. I absolutely love it when he
Oh, that's
cooks.
kind.
But Some people may say that he might be a better cook than Rob.
Oh,
Yeah.
Well.
we said earlier that them is fighting
Wow.
they're
words.
the worst fighter words.
Yeah.
Yeah, we might need to have like a master chef.
I think
go on.
Yeah.
you know we've talked. Some people live in delusion as well. You know, I think it's
Oh.
okay.
No, I
That's it.
don't
Illusions
think
of
Dan's
grandeur.
living in delusion,
Yeah.
I think. No, he also
Grandeur.
really likes chocolate, so if you
Ah.
appreciate him, you should buy him some.
Come
Oh.
on.
There you go.
Now George has just suggested what we were all thinking, that there needs to be a cook-off
Yeah.
Yes.
between
cook up.
Flavor Rob and
Yeah.
I
Dan.
agree with that.
So Dan's a barbecue man, though, isn't he? That's his like
Yes.
foray.
Yeah, ribs.
Yep. Barbecue
brisket,
system.
ribs.
Yep.
Yeah,
He's also really good at making like a fried rice.
A
Ooh.
fried
a
rice.
fried
belly.
rice.
Pork belly.
Yeah,
Come
He
on.
does other dishes, but
he does
Yeah.
other dishes.
he
Yep.
does other dishes.
Dan has responded actually already,
Oh,
Okay. Yeah.
saying king.
King.
Keen.
Yes. I will happily be a judge
Yeah.
on this.
I'm
Me
sure
too.
it does.
I'm
Like,
sure
Yeah.
we could. Rob,
we could be the
do you want to
judging panel.
respond to the
Come on,
claims of Dan's grandeur?
You know, like I don't feel like I need to.
I mean, you've got
I'll let the cooking speak.
you do.
That's
yeah.
right.
You've got
Let
60
the
60
food
odd
speak.
episodes of evidence that you're a great cook.
That's
so
right. Yeah.
Maybe
And we've bought a few things in.
We
We've
have.
tasted a
That's
few
right.
things.
We have.
You
I've
are.
even-
It is amazing.
I've even
yeah.
dropped donuts around to Dan's house, and he thought they were
they
pretty good,
they were actually
so-
really good donuts. They
Wow.
were really
So
good.
there you
They
go.
were all gone
Amazing.
pretty much in one day.
Indeed.
So I can confirm that
Yes.
YouTube is working
There we go, YouTube.
from Hannah.
Woohoo!
Now I'm here too. Is it
Nice.
working? Yes, it is. It is working on YouTube. So there we go.
Yeah, right on.
Come on.
Yeah, there we go.
That's great. And it shows me the difference between the Facebook and the YouTube one. That's nice.
There you go.
Dan is saying bring it, of course.
Do you know what you should do? You should bring Dan on to the show with like a dish that he has prepared.
Oh,
And
come
we can
on.
judge
You
it.
can
Yeah,
taste
there
it.
we go.
Oh,
Only
Yeah.
if Dan.
maybe we need to
wants
bring an
to.
impartial judge and like Graham in
Yeah,
to
yeah.
judge the cook-off.
Yep. Graham will have to be the impartial judge.
And he can award Michelin stars
That's right.
as,
That's right.
as needed.
Graham Randall, that's your challenge.
We haven't heard
That's
from
your-
Graham Randall in a while.
I know.
Are you all right, bro? We miss you on the show. We'll have to bring you back.
Exactly. Yeah.
But yeah, so it is the Feels Thursday. So we kick off these Thursdays with a catch-up question. Sometimes it's a bit of a silly one. Today is definitely a silly one.
Oh, yeah.
Today is, what would be one invention you wish
Mm.
existed that does not yet exist? Now, Rob, you before the show started, you said you wanted to go first because you didn't want your idea stolen.
No. I've got a serious answer for this one. So let's start with a
Okay.
fun answer.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I know you've got a fun
I
answer.
do have a fun answer. I'm very excited.
Go, Jamie. You go first.
Yeah, Jamie, you kick us
Oh,
off.
Ladies
okay.
first.
Oh, thank you. So I remember watching, excuse me, the Spy Kids movie when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And there was this one scene when the two kids were on this island. I think they were staying with their uncle or something. And then the guy's like, "Oh, what do you want for dinner?" And they're like, "What do you have?" And he like pulls out a drawer, and in there's like a McDonald's, like kind of like the popcorn like packet things that you put in the microwave.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You put it in the microwave, and then like a Big Mac combo. With
Oh,
it.
Nice.
Like,
That
I
is cool.
So
Love
good.
that.
Yeah.
Like Italian, like pasta and like
Yeah.
tacos.
So
Just-
good.
So you don't actually have to cook; you just put it in the microwave.
I like that.
Right
I
on.
like
Yeah.
My
that would be an amazing.
my
invention.
my thought takes that a step further.
Ooh,
So
here
it's
we
like
go.
it's like Uber Eats, except you have like a food 3D printer at home. So you still order something from your favorite
The
place.
Jetsons.
Yeah, but then
Yeah.
it automatically prints in your kitchen. So it's not supposed to replace like proper dietary food or anything like that. It's just like hey, I want a cheeseburger from McDonald's. Boop, Uber
Yeah.
Eats it, boop, prints in your kitchen.
Yeah.
Done.
10 minutes later, cheeseburger.
Yeah. Yeah.
Kids,
Cheeseburger.
dinner's ready in about half an hour.
Yeah. Oh, we're buffering.
But-
The internet's slow today.
Exactly.
Oh, no.
Who's downloading?
Yeah.
Who's downloading at the same time?
Internet.
Who's
You make-
downloading a car?
Eight
Yeah, who's
8:30.
telling- You're making dinner take forever, Kevin.
Give me all your phones.
Yeah.
That'd be good. But you could also go a step further and go,
Right.
I want in a McDonald's cheeseburger, I want it to taste like, look like, everything
Yeah.
like a McDonald's cheeseburger, but I want every nutrient I need for the day in that cheeseburger.
There you
Yes.
go. One hit
I don't want
wonder.
to eat vegetables.
That's
I
what
want
I want.
cheeseburgers.
It's like Tank
No one
meets.
ever does.
It's like Tank meets McDonald's.
There you go.
What-
Business idea.
What extra shots do you want in your Big Mac
Oh, I
today?
know,
They,
exactly.
they get
Come
then
on.
3D printed, injected into
Some
this.
Vitamin C. some
There is
vitamin
actually
A.
a youth group game which makes McDonald's meet Tank.
Yeah, we don't want to play that game today.
No.
Oh, I
Mm,
quite
yeah.
enjoy watching that game.
Yeah, it's one of those games you do always enjoy watching, never enjoy
Never wanna eat,
participating
no.
in. Yeah.
Exactly.
All right, Rob, what's yours?
Well, any invention would be, this is a serious one, a cure for cancer
Amen.
and COVID.
Brother.
That is
Nice.
Love it.
Come
Cure
on.
for cancer and COVID. There
Yeah.
you go.
Yeah, nice.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah,
100%.
that's
a
big.
bit.
That's big.
Sorry, I had to
That's a
let,
good one.
I know.
let the fun
You had
come
to let-
first,
you serious- I feel
'cause
like we
wanna set the tone like, ooh, yeah.
I feel like we
I
should
feel
be-
like that's a mic drop.
I feel like we should be
there you go.
presenting you with like a wreath and a crown and crowning you Miss Universe.
on Tuesday. On Tuesday.
World peace.
World peace.
World peace.
to love each other. Do you like my hair?
Hey, that's my invention. Don't even.
So what would be your invention? Mine?
My hair is a barometer for the weather.
Yeah, there you go.
So if I could, New Zealand, I remember being a new bride, like newly married, coming to New Zealand for the first time, arriving in Auckland, so excited. Got off the plane and it was so humid. I came off the plane. I was in the plane looking like one girl, came off it looking like someone else.
Hey, she started looking like
Like,
Lolita.
yeah.
Lolita.
Like one of the Supremes. And Peter was like, "Who's this?" And I'm like, "You didn't tell me New Zealand was subtropical."
For the people under 40, look up Supremes.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
right.
I will
Yeah.
definitely be
Nick
doing that
Level.
when I get home.
And we're not
Yeah,
we're not
exactly.
talking about the clothing brand.
No.
No. And
Yeah,
no, they had really, really curly hair. I do have curly hair, so it's a massive
Wow.
effort to tame it every day.
Yeah, there we go.
Yes, I can
Yeah.
100% agree.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
That honestly.
Taming the curl. So my
Taming the curl.
invention would be that humidity would not affect my hair at all.
Change
I
the
could-
weather system.
I could go out in the rain and my hair would stay
You come up with
straight.
something new for hair.
Yeah.
That's right.
I've
I
always
would
There's
try
lots of products, but no, nothing really works.
I've
that
always
way.
thought it'd be, interesting. You know The Sims, how you can customize your characters and stuff like
Yeah.
that, and you swipe,
Mhm.
change
Yeah.
what you want to look like. I always thought that would be kind of a handy feature in the morning. Like
Mm.
you stand in front of your mirror and you can like virtually change your appearance.
Yeah.
Today I want to look
Come
like
on. Yeah.
Brad Pitt.
Pierce Brosnan.
Yeah.
Pierce Brosnan. That guy's like 100.
He is like
Yeah, but
100.
he's aged so well.
He really
My
has.
mom loves that guy.
He can only ever act a certain way though.
Yeah, like
He
Sean
does that.
Connery, Pierce Brosnan. Yeah.
Producer Logan, what would be your invention?
I would like a time machine, but not to go back into the past, to go into the future.
Ooh.
So I can
Ooh.
explore
go.
the solar system.
Ooh. Wouldn't you just
Come
want a
on,
spaceship then? That could like
Yeah, I was just thinking that.
Yeah, well, that's the point. The spaceships don't exist yet.
no, but
but-
you could have one invented.
But then you'd also be in the future.
Yeah,
You'd come
yeah.
back.
I like it.
I like
It's
all
a
right.
spaceship, but more.
It's a spaceship time
Hello-
machine.
Hello, NASA. We've got an idea.
Come
Come on.
George has made a post which has nothing in it, so I don't know what's going on there. But
Georgia, you get a shout out.
yeah, there you go, George.
Yeah.
You get posted
Oh,
anyways.
There you go.
And she sent a GIF in the Facebook chain.
Okay.
okay.
Yes, our thing can't handle gifts, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So for those watching on Facebook, you get to enjoy that, but we don't. So that's
Yeah.
sad for us. Sad for us. Why don't in the comments today you let us know what invention you would want
Oh, yeah.
if that doesn't exist yet.
Absolutely.
It can be anything, like you've heard on this morning already. We've covered the spectrum of things, from food to curing cancer to space-time machine
Yeah.
and
To hear.
Hair products.
to hair products to keep you looking slick regardless of what
Yeah.
the weather's doing outside.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I love that half of those things were about how we looked. Just,
Oh yeah.
just
I
to
know.
lower the tone a little bit.
Well, there's no
We're all
place to
about
go after your one, so
Yeah.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
that was just
We're just
so
gonna have to go
good.
vague.
Yeah.
There's gotta be, there
Yeah,
be
other than world peace, but
Yeah,
yeah.
but is that an invention?
No, exactly.
Oh goodness. Let's throw things over to Flavor Rob.
Oh,
Yeah,
It's that
flavor.
time.
Come
It's
on.
that time. Just
It
give
is that
give the
time
people more
today.
time to write their essays about what they
What
would
they
like
want.
to see.
Yeah.
Well, while they're listening to that, let
Yeah.
me cheer up your wintry vibe. One of my favorite desserty kind of elements that goes with so many things is custard. Okay.
Yeah.
Now,
Oh, yeah.
not the classic Edmonds from a box, chuck it in there with a bit of milk and whisk it up and Bob's your uncle. No, I want
Bob
you
was
to-
my uncle, by the way.
Yeah.
Just,
Fun
Bob
fact.
was my
yeah, fun
granddad.
fact.
For me, a really good custard is cooked out with egg yolks, with sugar, with a real vanilla pod,
Yeah.
a couple of slices of orange zest in it,
Yeah.
maybe a little bit of nutmeg or
Yep.
cinnamon in it, and it comes together in a pot, and you can store it in your fridge for days. But real simple. It depends on how rich you like it, but you can. It's about 600 mils of cream and milk,
Mhm.
and the more rich you want it, the more cream you have it. So
Okay.
you can have
Yeah.
50-50 cream and milk, 600 mils, which is a pint for those Americans watching.
And we have some. We have some Americans
okay.
watching
Yeah,
today
we
again.
So there you go. You need that, and then you want your zest or your strips, or you can put a cinnamon quill in there.
Yeah.
Your vanilla pod. You need 60 grams of caster sugar and about 6 egg yolks only. Okay, because that's the whites that split and make everything look all lumpy and yuck. So you want to just get your egg yolks and your sugar together, and you'll make them creamy with a whisk, and then you put everything else in a pot on the stove and get it boiling, get it nice and hot. You want to keep going, and then you want to pour it onto your egg mixture, and you just want to whisk it. Okay, whisk. Okay, till it all comes together, a nice creamy thing, and then you pour it back into your pot through a
Sieve.
Yeah, and you've got this joyous thing in your pot, and then you cook it out. Now you can make it as thick as you want. Often what people do with that mixture is they can turn it into a creme brulee, they can turn it into an element of panna cotta, they can thicken it up and they can put it on crumbles, they can pour it over fruit, over cake, you crumble biscuits into it, you can put fruit in. I mean, custard is just one of those universal things that tastes
It's a real
so good.
comfort food, isn't it?
Oh yeah, and you can exchange vanilla pod for vanilla extract or essence, but it's not quite the same.
Without the pod.
With a pod in it, and you're cooking out those vanilla beans, you want to cut that long strip. You can get them from any bin and they're actually selling them in supermarkets now. Probably a new world to get that. But straining out that zesty flavor as well as in there, a bit of an orange. You can change it to lime or lemon. It doesn't matter. But all of those things add for something very, very tasty. Put a nutmeg on top. Now, creme brulee is literally take that mixture, put it in a ramekin, bake it in a bain-marie in the oven at 180 for about an hour, and that solid, it gets gelatinous. Put your sugar over the top and turn that into a beautiful
You flame it,
crispy
don't
top.
You do a little flame
burn
thing.
You
it?
can,
Yeah.
but you can put it just under your grill as well, and it'll go. But you've got to keep an eye on it because
Mm.
otherwise, bang, it's black. So, yeah, I love it. Panna cotta, creme brulee. In India, they have a baked custard called mishti doi, and it is sensational. It comes in this big clay pot, and you buy it, and it just wow.
Beautiful.
You ever go to India, ask for mishti doi. It is sensational. So there you
Doesn't
go.
that sound good
Bit of
right now?
custard.
Some warm,
Some
custard.
custard right now would
warm
be perfect.
custard.
Put it over your
Warm.
cereal, maybe
Or
on your
something.
pancakes
Oh,
or your anything.
Custard is always good with
Come
like your apple crumbles as well. A bit of a
Exactly.
side
Yum,
So
My
Yeah.
mouth is literally watering right now.
I
thing.
know, I
Someone is
love the
walking to the
texture.
supermarket right now to buy the
Yeah.
nasty
nasty packet.
Yeah.
Then
But-
milk.
They're like
Yeah.
watching the sale. They're like,
yeah.
oh, okay, I'll just
Yeah, just go for it.
And
That
if
sounds
you wanna
so
make it-
good, Rob.
If you want to make it thicker, you just put in maybe 2 tablespoons, even 3 tablespoons of corn flour in your milk mix
So it gets
as you do it, and it'll just slowly get thicker and
Mm.
thicker.
Yeah.
So it's up to you how thick you want it, but generally you don't need any flour in it,
Mhm.
but it'll cook out and it'll get gelatinous.
It's one of these
Yeah.
amazing things. It sounds so simple. And like custard in its essence is quite simple, but
Yep.
the amount of times you watch like Dine with Me or Master Chef,
I love those-
and the people are freaking out about their creme brulees. I've
Yeah.
overcooked it.
Or
I've
the panna
undercooked it."
cotta.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
has to have the right shape.
got to have the wobble.
Yeah,
I
it's
feel
a
like the
wobble.
majority of times they try and do it, they have to make it like 3 or 4 times.
Exactly. Yeah,
Yeah.
there's an art
And
to it, isn't it?
There is a bit of an art to it, but then also they're doing it without thickening it. So
Mm.
they're trying to
Yeah.
cook it perfectly. So it's got the wobble, it's cooked, but it's not liquidy.
Yeah.
There is a bit of an art to that, but actually you can put those in the fridge and bring them out and warm them up again and then put sugar on top. So they can last days. You can do them in advance. So
yeah.
and any of these kind of custards will last a week in your fridge. So keep them in a
that
cupboard.
sounds
cupboard
amazing.
thing.
So good.
Right.
It's great on cereal and breakfast stuff.
Come on.
Bit of pour over custard.
Bit of
Come
blueberries.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, come on.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Bit
I'm
of-
like,
bit
that
of
sounds so
parfait,
good.
Bit of
Yeah.
parfait. Oh, come on.
Come on.
Ooh,
talking
so
about.
fancy.
So fancy.
Yeah.
All right. We've had a couple of comments coming while we've been going. So Vicky says that she would invent a mind reading machine.
Yeah.
Reading
Ooh,
machine.
that's good, Mom.
Ooh.
Yep.
And then Darren's just reinstating his position that he is a fan of food.
Darren.
It's
good.
I'm a fan of food.
Yeah.
Same.
It's
Yeah.
a strange thing to not be.
He would be. Though some people are not. Some people don't like eating.
Yeah. And
Uh,
I think, what is wrong with you?
Exactly. Yeah, it's crazy. I don't understand people who don't enjoy
They're
eating.
not a fan of getting fat. They are a fan of eating.
Yeah, I don't
So,
think anybody's a fan of getting fat, but a fan of eating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be a great invention. Be able to eat no calories.
No calories.
Oh my! Can eat
And
what you
another
want.
invention to do with looks. Like,
Oh, I know. Sorry. Yeah. Sorry. No, world peace.
World peace.
World peace.
World peace. World peace. World peace. There you go.
Focus.
Mornings together. Well, we're all about world peace.
That's right.
That's what we're about. What it's all about.
Anyway,
Well,
get your
it's
custard in your life.
so good to have you with us on the Fields Thursday with Jamie Dempster.
Yes.
So good to have you with us this morning. Just a reminder that, if you're watching on YouTube and Facebook today, you can comment and we can check your posts in. So if you have an invention you want to share, maybe that's the thing. Maybe people don't want to share their inventions because they're actually working on it right now.
Yeah.
But we love interacting with you on here. So feel free to chuck a comment in. Darren is saying, I don't know no one who don't like parfait. Quote by Donkey.
No one will like parfait.
No, yeah. We'll switch gears a little bit and just a little bit of housekeeping stuff. So you can fire through your stories to us. Maybe you're going to try out some of Rob's custard this weekend.
Come on.
Yeah.
Send us a picture of that or a video to stories@bethlehem.org.nz. We'd love to see that and share it. It's been a while since we've shared someone's creation on the show. It's also been a while since we shared TikTok. Is TikTok even a thing anymore?
It still is.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Is it?
Especially
Oh, yeah.
during lockdown, that was the thing. that
Yeah, but when
everyone-
we're now in the new normal,
Post-lockdown,
post-lockdown, is it
yeah.
yeah.
still okay?
Mm.
Yeah.
We haven't seen any, so fire those through to us. We'd love to laugh with you and at you, maybe. Just stories of Bethlehem, but also how you're doing, like, how are you looking after your neighbors and things during this time?
Yeah, for sure.
Fire those through to us, stories of Bethlehem. You can follow us on social media at Beth Bap Church. You can tag us in pictures and things like that. You would have seen some fantastic pictures of the worship night come out yesterday.
Oh,
come out last
so
night.
beautiful. Yeah.
And if you haven't seen those, the way you find them, Facebook at Beth Bap Church, or on Instagram, and you'll be able to find their posts and you'll be able to see
Yeah.
those pictures.
Yeah. Charles amazing, isn't he?
Yeah, he's a great photographer.
Oh, my
Beautiful
goodness.
photos.
Yeah.
If you need any help, we talked about this on Tuesday. Again, please get in touch with us, care@bethlehem.org.nz, or give the church a call on 075762344. You can fire through your prayer requests as well using keyword BBC prayer, and then writing the rest of your message after a space and sending it through to 4040. We love praying with you. This weekend we have 3 services on offer for you: 9 o'clock, 11 a.m., and 6:30
Sunday
p.m.
night
Sunday
is
night's
back.
Sunday night's
Yeah.
back.
Good.
So good.
Right on. So excited for Sunday night, man. Come on.
So the 9 o'clock and the 6:30 p.m. will be live hosted and live streamed on all the platforms you're currently watching now. That's Facebook, YouTube, and Church Online platform.
Awesome.
Feel free to come along in person, but if you can't, you can watch all those different ones.
Can.
Kicking off a brand new series on Sunday night this week.
That's right.
Out of
Hope in
darkness.
the darkness.
Hope in the darkness.
Yeah.
From Isaiah 40 to 49. Great passages.
It's gonna be
Beautiful
good.
passages.
Yeah.
So make sure you tune in or rock up for that. And yeah, same with Sunday morning. We're continuing in the Prodigal Church series, looking at 1 Corinthians.
Yep.
So those are, so come along. We'd love to see you this weekend at BBC or see you online this weekend. Finally, this morning as well, the episodes, once we finish doing them here live, the recording goes out in podcast form to Spotify and Apple Podcasts. So just search Mornings Together on those and you'll be able to find us. We're also available on a bunch of other platforms as well. So even if you Google it, maybe if you like Stitcher or Google Podcasts, we're on there as well.
Yep.
But it's Apple and Spotify, the ones I understand. So yeah, you can find us there. Listen back to all 61, it'll be 62 episodes
That
after
is
today.
crazy.
Of the
Yeah.
show so
Yeah.
far. Yes. So one of the things we've been doing, that was a bit weird there, Logan.
We both clicked at the same time.
Okay, it was good. The ticker was fighting for attention. It was good. So part of what we're doing, so COVID is kind of over for us in a way, but it's still going on for a lot of other people. So we're talking a lot about how do we operate in the new normal, but also wanting to get to know some of our people better, and that's what happens on Thursday. So Jamie, you're also recent addition to the BBC team here.
I am, yes.
Moving down with Dan at the start of the year and his family.
Yep.
So you're a student pastor at Carey Baptist College.
Yes.
Great college.
It's a
by the way.
great institution. John Tucker, if you're watching this, it's a really great institution.
We all love you, JT.
The principal is pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah. Nice.
forgetting
A
Hayden
plus,
Kane.
A
Jamie.
plus. Can you tell you follow your PL track? So you are doing the pastoral leadership track.
I am youth pastoral.
Youth pastoral leadership. Sorry. And so it's a 3-year
It
thing.
is, yes.
But let's go back. Let's go back a little ways. So Jamie, how and when did you first meet Jesus?
That is a really good question. So just to give a little bit of context to who I am, I grew up in the foster care system since I was about 8 years old, and when I was living with a family, funnily enough, it was a Jehovah's Witness family.
Mhm.
They took my brother and I to a Christian camp, And that's where I learned about Jesus. Or mind you, when I was still living with my parents, I went to church with my auntie. And so growing up, I kind of had an understanding of Jesus, and I became Christian at that camp. Got baptized when I was 12, but it wasn't actually until high school.
Mhm.
At good old Easter camp.
Come on.
Where
Come on, Easter
Where I
camp.
just
Dreams
felt-
come true.
about Jesus
Mhm.
for the first time, and I was like, "Yep, this is legit." And
Yeah.
I just remember like this overwhelming sense of just like in my chest, and
Mhm.
I felt butterflies, and I was like, "Oh man, I've never felt this before." And my youth pastor was like, "That's Jesus." I was like, "This is quite cool."
Yeah.
Awesome.
I love it.
Yeah, so it
That's
wasn't
so
until high
beautiful.
school where I actually met him.
Awesome. That's so good. So, what are some significant moments in your journey? I mean, like from that moment, now you're studying to be a youth pastor.
I am, yes.
So, there's a bit of journey from in that. So, why don't you share some significant moments?
Of like my Christian.
Anything.
Anything,
Those
okay.
significant moments that have changed your journey
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
or
Impacted
impacted your
you.
journey.
Yeah, so when I was at Laidlaw College, also a great institution, I was going through a very rough patch.
Mhm.
It was a very, very hard time for me in my life. And I remember being in our formation class where we learned about spiritual practices and stuff, and we learned about the prodigal son. And we have small groups at the end of every class, and one of the questions was, in that story, who do you think you identify with? And I was like, to my group, I was like, I think I'm the one walking away, because previously, like, I had got burnt out
Mhm.
from a church, and I was just really tired and exhausted. And I was like, yeah, like I'm kind of walking away. And one of my good friends, he was like, oh, so I realized that when we talk about like God being like your parent, it doesn't really help you, does it? I was like, no, because like growing up, obviously I didn't really have a relationship with my parents, so I don't know what it was. And he was like, but when you talk about your friends, you just hold them in such a high regard. So why don't you start thinking of like God and like Jesus is like one of your friends?
Mhm.
I was like, oh, okay, like I could give that a go.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And then I did, and just stuff started to like kind of change from there. But it was just interesting, like how changing my perspective on who God was,
Yeah.
Mhm.
like really changed my relationship with him.
And I love that. It was
Yeah.
great advice because you're starting from where you are.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I love my friends, so
Yeah.
let's start there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's wise
that's
counsel.
great.
But
Yeah.
but ever since like living with Dan and Lisa, I love them so much. Like I now know what
Yeah.
it means to have God as like a father, and like just like they've really helped me discover like who God is through that.
I
That's
love
big.
that.
Yeah, it was
That's really cool because you do like, and you hear a lot in the scriptures, like God is described by a number of different names:
Mhm.
Comforter, Father,
Yep.
Protector. All these different words. And I think that it speaks to what you're sharing about how approachable God actually is in a different number of different ways and capacities. It's not just
Yeah.
only one
Yeah.
perspective.
way,
You know, I'm not saying like multiple roads kind of thing to Jesus, but multiple attributes of God that
Yeah.
attract people.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah.
That's really interesting. That's really so. Other significant moments. So what? So you have that significant moment.
Yep.
Were you straight away, I want to be a youth pastor, or is there a few steps in
yeah.
between that?
Oh no, I could share when I want to be a youth pastor. So yeah, when I was in high school, we had this was when I was still living in Auckland. Obviously, we had a new youth pastor come into our church, and I was really excited because I just started youth group. I was like, oh my gosh, yay, like finally something for me,
Mhm.
whatever. And I just remember she was really lovely. She came in my life at the right time,
Mhm.
and I remember just going to church with her early to help set up for youth group. Sometimes I'll just go on after school and help her plan some stuff. And I was like, oh, yo, like this seems like a fun job. This seems like a very, very fun job. I was like, I love this. And then
Oh,
I was
honey.
oh, yeah. Nah, and I was like, yeah, like God, like, do you want me to do this? And I felt like being like, yeah. And I'll just see how like my youth pastor would interact with youth, and how much not only does she help me but help other youth as well. I was like, oh my gosh, like I want like teenagers to also have that like future generation to just know who Jesus is and have that hope. But when I near the end of high school, when I was in year 13, I really doubted myself quite a lot. I was like, oh, like could I do it? Oh, how about I just like go into teaching?
Mhm.
Maybe that could be good, but I didn't get enough maths credits to do that.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, maybe counseling or social work, but you had to be 21. And I was like, oh, no, I'm only 18. I can't wait 3 years. But one of my teachers, Benjamin Sharplin, shout out, he was one of my favorite teachers in high school. He was like, oh, how about you do like a certificate at Laidlaw? I was like, oh, okay. Because then he's like, oh, that could get your credits up and then you'll be able to do teaching or whatever. I was like, okay, cool. But it wasn't, until I was at Laidlaw doing the certificate that God really cemented that ministry or something that I was meant to do.
Awesome.
And I still believe that.
Mhm.
And I'm very excited for what God is wanting to do through me to the future teenagers of this
Come on.
country.
That's
Yeah, I'm
so
very
cool,
excited.
Jamie.
Yeah.
That's
So
awesome.
good to hear how
Yeah.
excited you are about it. So you're in your final semester?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah?
Well
Yes.
done.
You must be pumped.
I'm so pumped. It's been 5 years.
Yeah. Well done.
Nice.
Thank you.
That's so good. So we've just had COVID. Well, still having COVID. It doesn't really stop until Rob's invention cures cancer and COVID.
And we all get world peace.
And you'll
Yeah,
get world
that's
peace.
right.
What was COVID like for you?
Yes.
That lockdown in particular, I guess.
Yeah. Lockdown was quite tough on me. Change, like growing up, change hasn't really been something that I've been really good with. So the fact that, like I've moved to a new city, haven't really made many friends here. I can't drive up to Auckland to see my Auckland Carey friends. Like lectures are online. There was just a lot of change happening around me at once. And I really struggled for the first little bit of it. So lockdown was really hard because I also felt like that we also got heaps more schoolwork as well to do during lockdown. So trying to like navigate that. And then it's also like, oh, we also got to try to figure out a way to do youth ministry during lockdown. That was really tough. A lot of Zoom meetings.
Yeah.
So lockdown was like tough, but it got better and better at the end. It really helped. Again, having Dan and Lisa being like, I know how you cope with change, but we've got to try to get you to deal with it in a different way. So they really encouraged me to get out of my room and just like even just sit in the lounge, just be with people. And that just really helped. But
Yeah. It's good.
yeah, it was really tough at first.
So from what you've learned in your journey, and this is not a question I wrote down, so it's kind of a paraphrase question.
Okay.
So from your journey from being a teenager who gets excited seeing youth work kind of thing, but also having to go through the revelation of God can be a friend and then a father kind of thing, and now you've gone through Carey, what would you say to those who may be in a similar position to you coming out of high school who are thinking about the future in this new normal?
Oh, okay. Oh.
Just a small question.
It's not a big question. Sometimes when I've talked to teenagers who are coming at the end of high school, and they're like, I don't know what to do yet. I always tell them you've got plenty of time. You're 18, you're still quite young. You don't need to decide what
It's
you're doing
true.
yet. So I like to really just encourage them, even like the most Christian thing, but just like pray about it. Because ultimately, like God knows what he's wanting you to do with your life. And he knows your strengths, he knows your weaknesses.
Yeah.
And he won't put you in a position or into a job that he know that you can't do. So it's just like actually like pray about it, but also you've got time. You don't need to rush into deciding really quickly, because I know with NCA it's like once you hit year 11, it's like the subject that you choose to do that kind of guides you with your life.
Yeah. It's a lot of pressure when you hit year 11.
It was
Yeah.
a lot of pressure when I was year 11, which
Yeah.
is why I did all the generic like music and drama and statistics, all the
Yeah.
Music, drama, statistics. What a combination.
Yeah.
It's a good combo.
Yeah.
Failed stats, but drama I was pretty good at. No, you just got time. Pray about it. Just don't stress too much
Yeah.
about it. Especially because we are in this new normal. Like you don't actually know what's going to happen tomorrow. So sadly, like plans might fall through, but ultimately, like just got to remember, like God is that rock. And
That's a great
Amen.
reflection.
Yeah.
That's good. You have to reflect that. You have to remember that, because our friends across the water in Melbourne are in a whole another version of lockdown again.
Yeah.
Because of everything.
Absolutely. And I know a good bunch of our young adults were heading off overseas to do Christian camping or that sort of stuff. So plans for this year got squashed there.
Yeah.
The people who had moved in between those times, been here literally a week or two, or moved to a different city. It's pretty rough.
Yeah.
It's pretty rough.
Yeah.
But you gotta know that God's in the midst of this
Amen.
and hold on to Him.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Exactly. I think there's a lot of pressure on young people to figure it out now,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and the panic. And it's like, I like that. God knows. He knows
Yeah.
how he's wired you,
Yeah.
what he's gifted you with.
Yeah.
Just, take your time. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of pressure, and I know that I think about this as a parent of a teenager who will soon be old enough to start thinking about those things. There's a lot of pressure to go, I need to get a job straight away. There's this earning mentality, and it's not necessarily pressure put on by the parents all the time. It's willed. It's that, where are you going? What are you doing with your life? It's like, I'm just going to take a little bit to figure that out.
Yeah. And that's the question. Oh, what are you going to be doing? What are you doing? What are you doing?
Yeah.
What are you doing? Yeah.
Yeah.
And in the past 10 years, I've seen people jump into a degree
Mhm.
and then come out the other side and go, I don't want to be that.
I know.
Yeah.
I know so
I
many
just
people who've
wasted
done
30
that.
grand in 3 years.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know? So give them 1 year,
Yeah.
let them earn some money, let them get some life experience, and really listen to God about what He wants for them.
Amen.
I know for me, like I left high school, I went to Massey University because it's just the thing you did. I'm like,
Yeah.
I've got UE, I might as well go.
Yeah.
But I wasn't pumped about it. And like my first semester, I was like, this is horrible. Probably because I was doing psychology and sociology as well as like arts papers and things like that. So that probably wasn't the greatest start off choice.
Yeah.
But so I went part time from the second semester on and was doing 2 or 3 papers for the next couple of years just because there's nothing else. I was like, I might as well just do this because got really nothing else going on. But I was doing things at the same time. Like I was helping running camps at Toto Springs. I was working in schools. And I was gaining all this life experience, which was helping shaping me, informing me, and molding me. So I ended up, I think, studying at Massey for 3 and a bit years before I got offered a job at Windsor to be the associate youth pastor. And so I just called them. I was like, hey, do I have anything from the study I've done here? They're like, oh, you've got a diploma of arts. I'm like, sweet, send that in the mail.
Yep.
So now 10 years later, after doing that, I know that what I'm supposed to be doing. And so I've entered into Carey. I'm doing the study thing, and it's all connecting, and it's all I'm finding it's like really engaging in a really cool way. And so I just want to echo what you're saying. Like, sometimes it does take time. Sometimes you do find yourself landing in situations that you're like, is this really me? I don't know, but like you do it, and you're going to have life experience from that. It's going to help shape you.
Yeah.
I think it's important to note that you're never going to land probably in the perfect fit straight away.
No.
Exactly.
You're not going to come out of high school and do your dream job.
Yep.
Though the world would try to tell you that.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And some do. Some become YouTube famous and do land in their dream job. But
Yeah, exactly.
but 99.9% will
famous.
not.
No.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But yeah, I also like to encourage people to just think about what they're passionate about.
Yep.
It's super simple advice, but if you're not doing what you're not passionate about, then what's the point?
Yeah.
Because you're not going to give 110% in
Yep.
your job, which is why when I was passionate about like teenagers and just people, like I was like, oh, I have to must do a job with people because I want them to succeed. Like if you don't have a passion with people, like don't go into nursing, something like do an office job. I don't know, but
Yeah.
yeah.
I think if it involves
Important.
people,
If it involves people,
absolutely,
yeah.
that you
Yeah.
have to like people.
Yeah.
You gotta have a
Especially
drive.
when you're in
People.
ministry,
Yeah.
You have to like people, or teaching. You have to like kids.
Yeah.
That's kind of
So-
one of the things.
It's an interesting one of the whole passion thing, because passions change. Like for sure they
It
change, and they're
does.
influenced
It
by
does.
experience as well.
Yeah.
But I think you have to have it as part of your thing. Like I remember working alongside a teacher who obviously was a fantastic teacher, had gone through the ropes of like learning all the stuff, could do it on a paper situation, could execute really well. But like I remember like in between classes, she would just like rip on the kids. Like she hated it. She's like, you can't be a teacher if you're an optimist. You know, you
Oh my gosh.
you have to be a pessimist to be able to do this thing. And I'm just like, it just
You're inspiring.
because you can see there's something lacking
Yeah.
in that. You know, yes, you're down on paper doing it right, but there's something lacking. You're like able to do the job, but you're not pumped about it.
Yeah.
And you know, we will land ourselves in situations where we have to do the thing, even if we're not pumped about it.
Exactly. And I think
Yeah.
that's part of the learning and maturing. I think sometimes I think that can be a pressure too. What am I passionate about? What am I passionate about?
Mm.
Kind of thing. But maybe you just step into an opportunity and that leads often to
Yeah.
what your passions are. But you just kind of just step into something
Yeah.
instead of trying to figure out what I'm passionate about. But yeah, because that comes.
I pick up
That
what you
comes.
say, Bernie, because no matter which job you end up in, it might be your dream job.
Yeah.
There's always going to be that percentage of it
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
it's just like wading through
Yeah.
mud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And no matter how
In
much you love it,
anything.
there's going to be that wading through mud, but that you still have to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Like
push through, and
admin.
that's-
Oh no,
Admin,
that's
yeah.
definitely for me. I love people, but don't
It's-
like admin.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh, admin. What?
Yeah. There's always parts of what you'll find yourself doing that you won't
Absolutely.
enjoy. And like the secular will tell you, don't you like do things that you fully enjoy. Like you should be happy about everything. or quit. But
Yeah.
it's just
Yeah.
not a reality. Like it's
No.
just
No.
not the world we live in. Like maybe you can achieve that in The Sims or in like a
Yeah.
video game situation,
Love
but
The
not in
Sims.
real life.
No, I didn't
Yeah.
love them in real life.
There's an amazing amount of people who I've met as well who take for granted that they can just do things like this.
Yeah.
And Edmund's a good example. I know someone who is just so gifted. Like they hardly have to think, and everything's organized.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But they don't want a job doing admin.
Yeah.
It's just like, what
Mm.
can we do that incorporates what you are so good at?
Yeah.
That you just do effortlessly.
It just
Yeah.
live and breathe it, and
Yeah.
it just happens. I don't want to do that. It's about finding something that ticks all of those kind of
Yeah.
boxes.
I think it's
Difficult wider.
also there's a conversation that we had in this, and people might think about this as well as we go into today, about the fact that we live in a wonderful country where you can do a whole lot of different things.
Yeah.
There's an
Absolutely.
opportunity element kind of thing here, where if you've grown up here, live here, come here, you have the ability to do a range of things.
Yeah.
That's not the same situation right across the globe.
That's right.
Well, even people, we were talking about a guy the other day who's moved to New Zealand. He has his master's in chemistry, but is forced to do a groundskeeping job because of the country he came from.
Yeah.
Mm.
That's the reality of the world we live in. Like it's a lot of young people in New Zealand will grow up today and not have to worry about the opportunities that are presented between them because they would have a broad selection of them. But there are kids around the world, young people, adults who won't have the same situation.
Yeah.
Yep.
And not necessarily that your passion will be your full-time job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Often it's kind of like you do what you have to do.
Yeah.
You work but your passion is something that you do
Yeah.
elsewhere. I know even artists, like they're so great at art, but they don't want that as their full-time job.
Yeah.
So they do something else, but that's their passion that they
Yeah.
do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that we said it on Tuesday, but these things should make you a bit uncomfortable, and you have to live with that uncomfortability. You have
Yeah.
to be
Hold the tension.
content with uncomfortability.
Yeah.
Ooh, I like that. Come on.
Yeah.
Write that down.
Write
Put
that
on
down.
the ticker.
That's the
Yeah.
title. That's the title of my upcoming book.
Yeah.
But it's true. Like if you think about it, like
Comfortably uncomfortable.
yeah, exactly. You should always be writing that little bit of uncomfortability because it keeps you
Yeah,
fresh.
stretching.
It keeps you growing, keeps you
Yeah.
moving.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you have to be content about certain things as well
Mm.
because you can't change the whole world in 10 minutes.
That's Paul's words. I've learned to be content in all things.
Yeah.
All things.
Yeah.
Yeah, all things.
Exactly.
It's good.
So Jamie, new normal. We're in right now.
Kia ora, yes.
New things going on. What's your hope for the new things?
Well, when I was thinking about this question, I was like, new normal? Like, I don't know what to say. But I remember before lockdown, I don't really usually go walking, but sometimes when I'm walking to my car on the road, like I'll be walking past people and everyone will just be like so serious all the time and like not acknowledge that you're there. And like I'll give them a smile and they'll just like look at me and just kind of like keep walking their dog. I'm like, all right, bye. But like in lockdown, like everyone was just so happy to just see each other on the streets that, just be smiling. And like I would sometimes see people like stand 2 meters apart, just like talking, become friends. And that's just like what I hope that the new normal will be, that everyone will just be so happy and just be reminded of just how blessed that they are, that they can actually be in relationship with one another. And like a lot of people really did come together during lockdown to help one another out.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And I would love to see that continue on after.
Yeah.
And not just be it like when like times get just really, really tough and we are forced to be by ourselves, that people come together. It's like, why don't we just do that anyways?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like now we're like still level 1, or are we like
Level 1.
still
level.
level 1?
Don't
In
think we're
my
level
mind,
0 yet.
in my
Yeah,
mind,
yeah.
we were level 0.
That's a good
It's
thing.
like even like when we got into level 3, I remember Gemma, she in our young adult Zoom chat, she's like, oh, once we get to level 3, like I'd love to go on a tramp with people, because
Nice.
like she just really missed that connection, and
Yeah.
Yep.
I did too, so that's why I went on the tramp. But yeah, I just want people to again just be reminded of how blessed we are, that we can be in relationship with each other, and in the position that we are in, that we can help each other out.
Amen.
How do you think, out of what you're saying?
Yep.
Because New Zealand's in a very unique situation right
We are,
now.
yes.
How can we lead outwards, not only in a national level, but internationally as well, from your perspective?
Yeah, I have no idea.
Yep, sweet.
That's when you get Jacinda.
Yeah.
Dern on Jacinda if you're watching.
Auntie Jacinda. Auntie
Yeah.
Jacinda.
Auntie
Yeah.
Cindy.
Because that's a question that's been on my mind recently. Is like we have this, because we keep forgetting about COVID because it's not affecting us as badly as other places right now.
No, it's
Yeah.
really not.
So that puts us in a position of potential leadership.
Sure.
And
Yeah.
and as Christians, how do we lead not only our local people but also internationally? But how do we reach out to those overseas who are
I
struggling?
saw today in the Herald that there is 250,000 applications from people living in America who
Yeah.
want to move to New Zealand.
Yeah.
Wow.
Now that sort of says we're sick of COVID.
Yeah.
Maybe we're sick of some elements of leadership.
Yeah. Yeah.
But what it says
Maybe.
is that we've got something unique here, and we can actually be, for the first time in a very long time, a voice
Yeah.
to many, many nations.
Yeah.
I know Winston Peters is getting heaps at the moment for his Hong Kong setup, in the international relations there, and China's like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
But we're actually in a really valuable place where
Yeah.
we can actually speak some life into the world.
Yeah.
From our little
Yeah.
corner,
From our little corner,
green
yeah.
space down here on the bottom of the earth.
Yeah, so it's like what is their voice going to be? Because you're seeing already in the news, there's a huge uproar in New Zealand about why are we paying to allow expats to come back? They should be paying, and like expats are overseas, like, hey, we're desperate to come home, see our families, and I can't afford to get back. Like, how it make us? You can hear that there's that weird, interesting. What type of voice should we be having in the new normal as a country who is seemingly COVID free, though it is at the border? We're doing all right.
Yeah.
Like, because I think if we were like in Melbourne's
such a tough
situation right
one.
now, because New Zealand's got the same population as Melbourne, if we were in a Melbourne situation right now, where we're having 500 cases every single day, the state is completely locked down. You have to wear
Yeah.
masks everywhere you go, and we were looking around, say to Australia for help or whatever kind of thing. What would be the voice we would want to be hearing?
Yeah,
Mm.
that is helpful
That's a good
because
question.
I think we've given our example
Yeah,
as a country.
Yeah.
The world knows what we did. They know that we shut down. We
We-
shut our
yeah.
borders.
Yeah.
We did,
And everybody abided by that for the
everybody-
most part.
well,
Yeah.
through gritted teeth sometimes.
Yeah.
But the
And
reality
it was hard,
is
but
it was
everybody
the
did
right
it.
thing,
Yeah.
It was the right thing.
And we are now basking in the joy of that decision. Although all the haters at that moment were that sucks,
Yeah. Yeah.
Have a look around the world,
Yeah.
have a look at Melbourne.
Yeah.
This is economy crushing, world changing
Yeah.
situation.
Yeah.
We are the example already.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
Have a look.
That is a good point. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Mm. No, it's just something to think about. Sorry, it came out of what you were saying about how your hope is for this connectivity and this interaction and this want to be engaging with each other. And I
Yeah.
feel as it's something that it could happen at an international stage as well,
Yeah.
in a way.
And looking for ways to do that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means or anything like that. 'Cause it's hard because most of these countries that are suffering the worst are the ones that aren't islands or the ones who are like 20 minutes away from a hot center of activity with COVID-19. Because there's no physical way of actually shutting things down to be able to get them back.
I think we're going to get a lot of people applying to become New Zealand citizens in the
Yeah.
next 10 years. Let's be fair.
Yeah.
I mean, they're going to be like, the Americans are just one country, but I mean, it's a desirable place.
Yeah.
We are going to see, and then how does that change New Zealand
Yeah.
society?
How do we respond to that?
How do we be the people that welcome hundreds of thousands of people?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Because we're not, COVID has affected us as a country though.
Yep.
We're,
Oh, yeah.
we're basking in that
Mhm.
we don't have any community
Spread.
spread disease in our country, but there's also the fallout of what
That's right.
have been on lockdown. It's
Yeah.
going to happen. So we're kind of navigating that too,
Yeah.
with people coming back and jobs, and
Mhm.
it's hard for people still. So yeah,
I mean, we're a country that's founded on the idea of you come from somewhere else to our place for a better life.
Yeah.
yeah,
That was a
That's
very
right.
big thing.
Yeah. How do we carry that into the future?
exactly.
Because it's
yeah.
easy to be like, no, you can't come.
Yeah.
It's like, no, we're done. We're
You're right.
we're being Wakanda. We're withdrawing ourselves from the world, and we're thriving. And you can't have a piece of this.
Yeah.
Bit of Marvel analogy
Bit of
right
a
there.
Marvel analogy. I like that. But
Yeah.
yeah, that's the tension we, this new government that'll be formed in September.
Yeah.
We have to seriously think about, how do we be New Zealand, still uniquely New Zealand, and support our people and citizens,
Yeah.
and it's complex.
Yeah, because we have to play our part on the world stage. We can't survive without
No.
everybody else, even though we like to think we can. This is very much the New Zealand attitude. Oh, we can get on fine without everybody else.
We'll be fine.
We'll be all right.
Problem is we can't.
We can't. It's
No.
it's
We can't
impossible.
send our exports anywhere, and we can't import
Exactly.
anything.
No.
We
Yeah.
are
Yeah.
dead.
With the amount of people we have in our small little piece of land, we can't do that.
But you're right, Bernie. It's looking after our own, but also looking outwards.
Yeah,
How
that's
can we be
Yeah.
aiding internationally, and
Yeah,
globally.
because we are-
globally. Yeah.
And we are all getting tired. We're all getting sick of COVID. We all want it to be a thing that's in the
Yeah.
past, but it's not yet.
Yeah.
Yeah. And there's
Exactly.
beautiful parts of the world that we want to visit too.
Yeah.
We're not the only beautiful part of the world. So,
No.
The sooner that goes, the better.
Yes. All right. We got a little bit deep on the show this morning.
Went deep.
It was good. It was good. Georgia Allison is saying, "Hey, what a great chat! Exactly what I needed today. Thanks heaps."
Oh,
You
that's
are
awesome.
That's
Aw,
why we do these things,
that's so
Georgia.
nice.
That's why we do it.
We
That's the
got
why
you,
right there.
Georgia.
We got you.
That's
We
right.
got you. So far, we've only had one comment from YouTube this morning, but that's okay. I know there's people there watching. Is that right, Producer Logan?
That is correct.
How many people are on YouTube right now?
We can check. I think two.
Two.
Two people watching.
Yeah, right on.
Yeah, two people on
Al-
YouTube.
They're
Always
probably
two.
the
Probably
Always two.
Wellington, eh? Probably from Wellington.
For you.
And it's coming up with funny interpretations of what we're saying.
It's
along
yeah,
the way.
the auto captioning.
Auto captioning.
Yes. So we'll round things up in a moment. Jamie, we're going to invite you to pray for us as we close out our time together
Oh,
today.
all right.
But just a reminder that this Sunday morning, we have the 3 services, 9 o'clock, 11 a.m. and 6:30 p.m. So 9 and 11 are the same speaker, and then evening is the evening series with Hope in the Darkness.
Open
Yeah, hope in the darkness.
Very
Come
cool.
out to Sunday night.
Come out to Sunday morning,
Yeah.
come out to Sunday night,
Exactly.
just come out and hang out. And if you can't make it in person, you can watch online. The 9 o'clock and the 6:30 p.m. will be live, hosted and live streamed for you. And as always, you can check out these episodes later on the day by searching Mornings Together on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Just a reminder that, regardless of when you watch it, the virtual campfire is always warm. The conversation is
There
always
it
good.
is. There it is.
And you're always welcome.
Yeah.
I almost got through the whole thing in
Tried.
Georgia without saying it. Almost.
And she would have commented.
She would have commented saying, "You didn't say it."
That's why he's now an
Yeah.
intern.
Obviously, I'm not pulling my weight today. I forgot to start the recording at the beginning.
He's still got lots to learn.
Got lots to learn.
Yeah.
I am but an intern. But we will be back with you on Tuesday morning for another Talk It Out Tuesday, breaking down the Sunday messages. Kyle, who's in the room right now, is going to be joining us on
Kyle.
Tuesday.
Yeah, he is.
Can't wait to
Yeah,
see
he
you
is.
on Tuesday. Right on.
He's just like, nah, I'm not doing that
He's-
anymore.
Come
He's
on.
in the corner of the room.
Maybe we
looking
can bring us
very
some
excited.
American treats.
Oh, we always do like receiving treats. If you've ever
His
in the
wife is an amazing baker, by the way.
Oh, there we go.
Kalisha
Come
is
on.
like insane.
Shout out to Kalisha.
Shout out
Insane.
Kalisha.
She really is. Yeah.
Georgia said, I hadn't even noticed that you hadn't said it, but I'm smiling now. There
Yeah.
you go. But yes, Jamie, why don't you pray for us as we close out our time together?
Dear Heavenly Father, we just thank you for this time that we can have this morning, talking about things that are just going on in the world and relationships. God, I just pray as we, just go into the rest of our day and the rest of our week, God, that we'll just be constantly reminded of who you are
Thank you, Lord.
in our life, God. That you'll just continue to bring people, different people in people's lives that just need to know who you are, or their perception of who you are just needs to change, God. I just pray, that you'll just continually be with us, God. And we just thank you for how blessed we are to be living in New Zealand amongst all this COVID stuff, God. God, we love you. In your name we pray, amen.
Amen.
Amen. Amen.
Jamie, thank you so much for being on the show this
no
morning.
worries.
So
I had
good.
fun.
It's
So
good.
good,
I'm glad.
Jamie.
And you brought great stuff as well.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
And all the very best for your final semester at Carey.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yes.
13th of November, you'll be all done.
I'll be celebrating. And,
For sure.
The final assignment goes in.
Final.
It's like,
but
oh my gosh.
then the stress comes because like, did I do it right? Did I do it right?
Yeah,
Did I-
honestly. And then it's like, it's really annoying because they don't hand out your marks until like a couple weeks after. And you're like,
there you go.
so just,
On that
Yeah.
cliffhanger, we're going to say
Yeah.
goodbye. Everyone have a fantastic Thursday. Have a wonderful weekend, and we'll see you
Yes.
back here Tuesday morning for Talk It Out Tuesday. Have a great
Yeah.
one. Catch you
Have a
guys
good
later.
one.
See ya.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.